What's up, guys? Unfair back again with some more of the Raven, and we're lost in this dark cargo hold of the ship. We have our flashlight. We heard a noise in the last video. We're out here to investigate, so now it's time to figure out where it was and what we heard. Oh, hold on. Examine the shards. Somebody dropped something. What have we got here?
Shards are... Phew. I startled too easily.
He's about to get clubbed in the back of the head, isn't he? I knew it! I freaking knew it! Uh-oh. Oh, this isn't good. Let's be silent. That's not very silent, man. I'm gonna use crane controls. I don't think I could reach them. Well, maybe. Nope, can't reach them. Okay, well, there's a knife up here. Brilliant. Brilliant. Pull the cloth. Okay. Alright, use flat iron with my balls. No, that's not what I'm after. Open the crate with it. Seems to be my only option. Apparently he seems happy about whatever's in there. Cut through the fetters with a saw. Oh, look at that. Okay, that'll get my legs free, for sure. Alright, now that my legs are free, now I should be able to get the knife, right? Oh, I guess I could use the crane thing. What am I going to use the crane thing for, though? Alright, it pushes the button. I'm not sure how this is going to help. Up, and away? Oh, it's pulling. Oh, damn it. Alright, well that wasn't too bad.
Ouch! Damned! Ah!
Actually, that could have been a lot worse.
It would be best if no one found out about this.
Yeah, that would be a little bit embarrassing. But hey, Houdini achievement for getting out of there. Can I go back in there? Well, that's what he clubbed me in the head with, is that pipe right there.
I can make out a corridor, but no details. The glass is too dirty, and there's no light in there.
Alright, well, it sounds like it might be something worth investigating later. Nothing. Oh, I can open it? Nope, it's stuck.
It's no use. The door seems to be locked from the other side.
Alright, so we can't do much with that at the moment. Let's go back out here. Let's take a look at the pipe that I was assaulted with.
There's some blood and hair stuck to the pipe.
Wonder who that belongs to.
Hair I really can't afford to lose.
Alright,
I'll hold it on the blood-spattered end. After all, we already know who the victim is.
Okay. I don't really want to go upstairs yet. Maybe something happened with the lockers? I'm not entirely sure.
The cargo hold seems to be used as a changing room for the crew as well. Or at least the part of the crew that doesn't do their work in white suits.
Okay. I wonder if I can use this on that to Probably open the door. Looks like it was gonna let me do it. I want to know who tied me up. It looked like a chick. Nope.
Even with a bit of leverage, it won't budge.
Hey, it was worth a try. Alright. It's time to go up. Come on, buddy. At this point, the ship's got to be moving. Well, let's open the door. Oh, I'm trapped.
Whoever locked the door is stronger than me.
But that's why we have a handy-dandy pipe.
I should be careful. The gunman may still be nearby.
But he didn't have a gun. He clubbed you with a pipe. That's a gun.
What are you up to, Zelna?
Scent of a gun.
I wanted to determine whether the gun had been fired recently, Inspector.
I mean, what are you doing on the ship?
I was jumped in the cargo hold.
Of course you were.
Here, look. Careful how you hold it. There could be fingerprints on the end.
Surely you don't expect me to believe you.
I was inspecting the trunk. I found it in the cargo hold, and it was clear that someone had hidden inside it to board the ship.
Some people are willing to go to great lengths to be a part of this journey.
Indeed. Whoever it was, they struck me on the head from behind with the pipe while I was looking for clues. Oh, and they shot at me as well.
Ridiculous. You wanted to come along, orders be damned, and so you found a way to stay here. I should throw you overboard.
I would have dreamed up something less painful.
True. That doesn't look good.
See? And there's a bullet wedged in a wooden crate down there. I don't have a gun.
The doctor should have a look at it.
What, the bullet or my head?
Come with me.
I guess my head. She's seasick?
Inspector Legrand and Constable Zelna. So you have decided to join us on our journey after all?
Sure.
So it would seem. We are searching for Dr. Gebhardt.
I'm just fine, Captain Conti.
Oh, she's drunk.
Conti.
I'm in control. I can manage. Tell James he absolutely must wake me at 9:45.
Certainly, madam.
Absolutely.
I shall see that he does.
And now I shall return to my chambers. You'll be in the bar tonight at 10, Inspector.
If that's what you wish.
It will be spectacular. I
Oh, I
promise.
can imagine. He has got himself a hot date for later. Look at that thing go. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's terrible.
The fresh sea air, and perhaps a glass of champagne to many. But I'm glad that you decided to join us on our journey to Cairo.
Not quite voluntarily.
So he says.
I was jumped from behind.
But no, that is...
Dr. Gebhardt should have a look at him, Captain De Conti.
Of course. Please, have a seat in the saloon, Constable Zelna. I'll summon the doctor.
Alright.
Ah, Doctor, there you are. Our brave Constable Zelna was attacked.
Struck on the head.
Oh. Sit down, please.
Now,
That stool
please,
seems awfully tall,
tell
doesn't
me
it?
exactly what happened.
I got jumped. Why didn't anyone look for me?
Why didn't anyone come looking for me? Didn't anyone notice that I didn't come back from the cargo hold?
We did search for you, but we couldn't find you.
Who was supposed to search the cargo hold?
Constable Oliver. I'll have a talk with him about that later.
I should hope so.
Is it bad?
Yes, it hurts a lot.
I spoke with Dr. Gebhardt.
He suffered a violent blow to the back of the head. I cannot really say how bad it is.
But I can. It really hurts.
Alright, so I guess we go back
I
to
think you've got a stowaway on board. I was jumped.
Intolerable. I'll have the crew search every nook and cranny of the ship. And of course, Mr. Zellner, you are cordially invited to travel as our special guest.
Good to know that at least one man doesn't want to throw me overboard.
How many fingers do you see?
I could go what fingers? 3 fingers? 5 fingers. So, I could be a smart ass. Technically, I see 5 fingers. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna go with 5.
I see 5 fingers. 3 of them stretched out.
Okay.
Where are we? And what time is it? I must have been out for ages.
It's just after 8 p.m.
You just missed dinner. But we'll all meet here in the saloon at 10 o'clock to have a drink together.
That sounds
Greeting
lovely.
the passengers personally is a tradition I will not break, even on this unusual journey.
You're all right now, Constable.
What
The
exactly did
bleeding
he
has
do?
stopped, and the wound looks good. You may have a mild concussion. You just need a good night's sleep. And tomorrow, your only worries will be a headache and an impressive bump.
Hey, wait a minute. I thought you aren't supposed to sleep if you have a concussion.
Thanks.
That's a good enough reason to celebrate. Enough about crooks and thieves. From now on, you can start to enjoy your free cruise.
Inspector,
What?
a dark shadow. Upper deck, just now.
Go, let's have a look.
I'll join you.
Me too.
No, you stay here.
Do you want to make this an argument?
Robert, go to the Baroness and don't let her out of your sight. Zellner, you're coming to the port side. Doctor, you go to starboard. I'll start at the forecastle and work my way back to the 2 of you. Understood?
But
But the doctor's like, the hell do I do if there's an actual
Baroness
problem?
von Trebitz. Hello? Baroness von Trebitz? Open the door.
Dr. Gebhardt insisted on coming along, but now he doesn't seem to be sure if that was a good idea.
Let's talk to him anyways.
Are you okay, Doctor?
oh, of course. Why wouldn't I be? It's just that, well, I would prefer to come with you.
You heard the inspector.
Well, I guess we should look around a little more, huh? I mean, there doesn't seem to be anything that interactable here.
The
let's look at
Baroness was 3 sheets to the wind. It may be a while before she comes to the door.
Alright, so there's nothing else to really do with Fatty McDumbass over there.
All right, Doc. I'm off.
Oh no, I'm not going on a manhunt all by myself.
Yeah, the doctor's voice actor just seems so uninspired. Everything else is like fantastic, but every time the doctor speaks, it's just kind of like, eh.
Are you okay? Maybe you had better take a rest, in case the blow was more severe.
I'm okay.
Alright, let's figure this out.
Zellner, up here.
Come on. I think it came from up there.
And away we go.
Sure, you just wanted to get a breath of fresh air.
That's the guy.
Zellner, look who we have here.
Well, if that's not our shadow.
And our stowaway.
Spent any time hiding in a trunk recently?
Me do nothing.
He claims to be part of the crew. Just wanted to get some fresh air.
Of course.
The Baroness won't open the door, sir.
Understood. Take him
It's
to
the
the
least of our
detention
problems.
cell, Robert.
Yeah, that's the dude who clubbed the guy in the head. Guess there are more curly-haired people around.
You were right. There was a stowaway.
Yes, but he can't be the Raven. He's too young.
Right, but that doesn't mean that the Raven isn't lurking here as well.
What was that?
A shot!
It came from one of the cabins.
Ooh, things are heating up.
Oh no! Baroness von Trebitz? Baroness! Open the door!
Really?
Step aside, please.
What an ugly woman. There's no gunshot wounds.
We have a murder on our hands, gentlemen.
Oh, I
Hurry,
guess there
Zelda.
is.
The murderer still has to be nearby.
Okay, now we're getting interesting.
There's practically no one on deck. Anyone who's outside is a suspect. This time, we'll get him.
Oh, poor Zellner can't even walk.
Zelna, are you okay?
Yes. Come on. We have to.
Oh no.
Zelna! Zelna! Murder!
I hear a bell. Hello? There we go. It's feeling better
You
now.
awake? Sleep well, did you?
Sarcastic? Yes, thanks. Didn't sleep voluntarily.
I like to sleep late when I take a cruise.
While everyone else is hard at work.
I didn't pass out last night because of the blow to my head, did I?
Seems unlikely. Inspector Legrand thinks you were drugged.
Exactly, the
But
champagne.
how? The champagne.
Who
There we go.
gave you the glass of champagne?
The captain.
Captain De Conti.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And he
Have you arrested anyone yet?
You mean besides the Arab?
He could hardly have committed the
That's
murder.
racist.
You must have been with him when it happened.
We heard the shot on the forecastle. I locked our friend in the detention cell in the cargo hold and then went up to assist Legrand. You were already sleeping the sleep of the just.
Already sleeping the sleep of the just.
Any other suspects?
No. Seconds after the alarm went off, the decks were swarming with frightened passengers.
Yes. A clever way to stay incognito during the commotion.
But we still have our primary suspect, the Raven.
You really think he's returned?
Well, I think that no one knows as much about the Raven as Legrand.
But still,
What if
it
Legrand
all seems
is the
so
Raven?
incredible.
That'd be crazy. It's possible, though.
About the champagne, shouldn't it be possible to find traces of the tranquilizer in the glass?
That is exactly what Legrand is trying to do.
Without a laboratory?
Oh, he's got a lab. His cabin is packed with all the latest forensic stuff.
What's on the
It's
ground?
quite impressive what the inspector can
See,
do.
A competent man, no doubt. And surprisingly well prepared.
And diligent. He's been at it all night with his brushes and tinctures and glasses and everything, working like a man possessed. I wouldn't want to be the Raven now.
Alright, progression of
What's
events.
the state of play? How was the Baroness killed?
The
With a
Baroness
gunshot.
was shot in the chest at close range. We'll know more once the doc finishes examining the
where's
body
her
in the
butler?
medical centre.
And no one saw anything suspicious.
No one saw a shadowy raven leaving the Baroness's cabin, if that's what you mean. A lot of people heard the gunshot. Inspector Legrand wants to question the passengers again this morning, once they've all calmed down, and he's had a chance to examine the evidence.
I suppose that you and Legrand inspected the crime scene and the surroundings.
Of course. And we already hit the jackpot. The murder weapon.
Really? Where did you find it?
On the gangway. The gangway for boarding the ship folds up and hooks onto the hull when it's not being used. The murderer probably wanted to throw the gun into the sea. He casually dropped it overboard.
But it landed on the gangway.
Bad luck.
But Legrand and I were on the side deck right after the shot. There was no one there.
So it was a
Maybe the
planted
murderer threw
weapon
the gun
prior.
away later. We recovered it in the early hours.
I think I'll look for Inspector Legrand now.
Nah, that gun was
Do what
there
you
to
think's
begin
best.
with, to throw them off.
You won't get rid of me. I'm here to stay, Constable Oliver.
Be that as it may, Inspector Legrand ordered me to guard the cargo hold with our special guest. That's fine by me. Inspector Legrand may be able to get by without sleep for days on end, but not me. It's not easy playing with the big boys, Constable Zellner.
No.
I kind of wish
it
he would
certainly
go
isn't.
overboard. But see, check. Okay, I can't really. Can I go down here and like inspect her area? No. We can go downstairs. Let's go in here. See, let's see what we can see. Okay. Nothing, 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 nothing. I kind of want to, like, investigate her room where she was shot. But I guess we'll head downstairs next. Let's just go around looking at everything that we can to get some ideas as to what's going on. Enter the medical center. Examine the model.
A model of the Lydia before it was rebuilt. It used to be a freighter. The wide hallways, the cabins, and the saloon were added later.
Huh. Fair enough. We don't really want to go back upstairs when we just got down here. So that's the medical center. Why don't we check out Legrand's cabin here? Knock,
That
knock,
is
sir.
Legrand's cabin.
Come in.
Hola. Would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies?
Ah, Zellner. Are you ready?
Good morning, Inspector Legrand. My head is pounding, but I think I'm okay.
Chloral hydrate.
Hmm?
That's
what
why
knocked
you
me
had
out.
a headache. I found traces of it in your champagne glass.
Somebody drugged me.
And this chloral hydrate?
Is a tranquilizer. Can be dissolved in alcohol. The effect begins in minutes and lasts for hours. Who gave you the glass of champagne?
The
I
captain.
believe it was Captain De Conti.
If believing were enough for us, we'd have become priests, Constable. Be a policeman and find out for sure.
Understood.
What are you talking about? I know it is.
What have you found out so far?
The Baroness was shot in the chest at close range. We heard the shot. The murderer quickly fled the cabin and dropped the murder weapon over the railing later. A simple story so far.
But
hardly.
why was her cabin door locked?
Exactly. If the murderer wanted to make it seem like a suicide, he'd have shot her in the head and left the gun at the crime scene.
And if it was murder, why did he go to all the trouble of locking the door from inside? And how did he manage that anyway?
Especially since we arrived just a few seconds later and didn't see anyone near the cabin.
Something doesn't make sense here.
No, it doesn't.
Where
It's
is her
driving
butler
me
guy?
crazy.
Did you find the murder weapon?
On the gangway on the side of the ship. I suspect the
weapon.
murderer tried to drop it into the sea. He would have stood close to the railing to let it fall unseen.
And since he doesn't know the ship, he had bad luck and dropped it right onto the gangway.
Indeed. And do you find that probable?
Not a bit.
Exactly.
Neither do I.
What kind of a gun is it?
A pistol, a Luger 08.
Antique.
Manufactured 1,000,000 times during and after the First World War. Austrian model. The owner is David Kreutzer, the violinist. We found him tonight totally drunk on the bow of the ship. He confirmed that it's his gun, but he claims that it was stolen from him.
Fingerprints?
Nothing. But it's worth mentioning that the clip was missing 2 bullets.
And it's definitely the murder weapon.
The ballistic tests are incomplete.
But 2
Actually, I've
bullets.
been waiting far too long for the bullet recovered from the corpse. Pay the good doctor a visit, Zellner, and see that he does his job.
Negative. Can we go down and get the bullet out of the thing in the cargo hold?
Do you believe the violinist?
He'll be the first person I question. He claims he can't remember anything from the last few hours. Says he drank a bottle of schnapps.
He was on the train and he doesn't have an alibi. His drunkenness could be a smokescreen.
He fits the profile. He travels a lot, has access to high society. Could be interesting.
You think that the jewel thief is the murderer?
Our friend would have needed another key to open the safe and steal the second eye, the one the Baroness was carrying. At least, that's what we implied.
What do you mean?
The Baroness was famous for her forgetfulness. I convinced her to give me the 3rd key. It seems safer for the eye.
The thief searches the Baroness's cabin looking for the 3rd key.
She returns from the saloon earlier than expected.
Surprises him, and he can't allow her to identify him.
He imprisons her until the coast is clear, and then shoots her.
And thus, the thief becomes a murderer.
But
All
still
sound,
doesn't
I
have
guess.
all the keys.
Are you
Thanks.
sure that there's no bomb inside this time?
Professor Lucien locked it in front of an audience, and it will be opened for the first time in Cairo.
Let's hope so.
It would take hours to crack it, and you'd need heavy machinery.
Or
I'm sure
the
they
keys.
can find it.
Or the 3 keys, that's right.
Do you really think that the Raven is behind all this?
He wrote the letter that was on the safe in the train. Without the letter, we wouldn't have opened the safe, and the bomb wouldn't have exploded.
But it doesn't seem like him, does it? The Raven was famous in part because he never hurt anyone, much less killed anyone, during a burglary.
It's his handwriting, and he called me Nico. No one else does that. I chased that man across Europe for years. It is him. It has to be him.
But the evidence...
Enough.
I'll be on my way. I want to find out who gave me the drugged champagne.
Good idea. And
The
get the bullet from
captain.
Dr. Gebhardt.
Of course.
It was the captain.
Inspector Legrand? Are you okay?
He's got a problem. Uh-oh.
Maybe you should take a break.
I can sleep once I've caught the Raven. Goodbye, Constable.
He's got pills.
Be seeing you.
I was trying to see what was on the, like, photos behind him and stuff. Bell system emergency alarm.
Legrand
Actually,
is
yeah.
risking not just his career, but his health as well on his hunt for the Raven. He's working like a demon. Maybe that's why he caught the Raven and no one else.
Examine the alarm. Why the hell not?
An alarm like this one was set off yesterday. This one hasn't been set off. The security seal is intact.
Yeah, won't let me do it.
I'm not paying for this trip, and that's a fair price for my cabin. It's rather plain, shall we say.
Alright, let's go talk to the doc. Knock, knock.
Come in.
I would hate to have his job right now.
Hello, Dr. Gebhardt.
That mound of fatty flesh.
And there's the next one.
Excuse me?
You want something else from me, don't you?
I'm afraid I do.
What a first day at work. Well,
Yeah, this guy's voice still drives me. Okay.
What's the result of your examination of the victim?
she's dead.
I didn't make you work all night long, Dr. Gebhardt.
She was shot. Point-blank shot. Probably with a pistol. It seems like she was lying in bed. The shot struck her heart. She died immediately.
One shot?
More were unnecessary. And we only heard one shot, no?
And there's just one entrance wound.
Just one.
That's great, because the second bullet was fired on you downstairs when you mentioned that you were shot at.
I am told that I was drugged.
That's how it seems.
What can you tell me about it?
Me? Why should that be my business?
Haven't you analyzed the glass?
No, I haven't. The inspector said he's the better chemist. I let him do it. That way I could at least concentrate on the body.
Do you think the Baroness might have been drugged? She was very tired and unsteady when Legrand and I saw her.
Yeah, I heard about that. I must have just missed her in the saloon. And without having seen her
But
myself,
remember, she
it
was
is
with
hard
the
to make a
captain as well.
diagnosis.
Of course. Can you say something about her general health?
She was
fatty.
quite overweight, and the butler said that she suffered from diabetes. Despite that, she hadn't visited a doctor for several years.
Doesn't sound good.
Happens more frequently than you might suppose. Some people are scared of doctors and pay with an early death. It is possible that the Baroness wouldn't have lived much longer anyway.
Do you know whose glass I drank from?
What do you mean?
Captain de Conti handed me a glass of champagne. But where did he get it?
I don't know. Did you ask him?
Not
I'm just
yet.
asking because you were also in the saloon when the champagne was served.
Yes, but I only entered the saloon a few seconds before you did. I didn't manage to get a drink myself.
Which, in retrospect, is lucky.
Ah,
Quite.
You're right about that.
The
Have you
bullets.
already removed the bullet?
Did Legrand send you? What is that Frenchman's problem? I already told you. I will get in touch as soon as I have it. That is also what I told the constable, who he kept sending all night long, once I finally got rid of Legrand himself.
Did he look over your shoulder?
He probably wanted to take the scalpel from my hand and hack away himself. But this is my surgery, and I will not let amateurs interfere with my work.
That's
Sir,
understandable.
yes, sir.
How much longer will it take?
I have just finished. Send my regards to His Majesty.
Thanks. I think that's it for now.
No. That is it for now, then, and later. I'm going to lie down for a few hours. Can you tell that to your boss?
But
Oh,
could
that
I at
guy's
least
friendly.
have the key?
Absolutely not.
But if we have to examine the victim again...
Then the esteemed inspector knows where to find me. In my cabin. In bed. Good night, Constable Zellner.
Boy, oh boy, everybody's just so happy, aren't they?
An
Good.
evacuation plan? And some tips from the doctor for avoiding seasickness, sunburn, and the like. And here, a schedule of activities. A drink with the captain, a shuffleboard competition on the forecastle. And that's about it. A real barrel of fun.
Hooray!
That's the bullet from the Baroness's corpse.
I was just curious.
don't know much about guns. Legrand will be able to tell me more about it.
Well, you know what? We will deliver the bullet to Legrand after, well, on the next video, I guess. I thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like if you enjoyed the video. Those always help. And we'll see you next time.